Hello, this is Brighton TV and this is the match preview for Brighton vs Man United. And in our last game before the international break, we dismantled Newcastle. We beat them 3-0 and Potter's tactics were spot on in breaking down Newcastle's defence. And out of position, we'd play a 3-4-3, Moda and Gross as the wing-backs, with Malpe and Welbeck as two narrow forwards, with Trossard just behind them. But in possession, it was a completely different story, and our front, we'd end up playing a 3-2-5, which is similar to how teams like City play, to go and break down these deep blocks. And they'd see Welbeck and Malpe, they'd go very wide, playing almost as wingers, and Trossard would play as a striker, and that would give us a lot of space for Moda and Gross, and they'd be able to create a lot of chances. And early on we had a couple of chances with Moda getting onto the end of it, and it was proving that it did work, and playing the three centre-backs and two defensive midfielders allowed us to stop Newcastle going out on a counter-attack. Whenever they tried to, our players would go and get the ball back because we had bodies back, and we'd be able to recycle the ball and get it to the front five quicker, and that was able to go and make us have a lot of chances without making us too exposed and the counter-attack. We ended up scoring 3 brilliant goals. Trossard and Welbeck, 2 great goals from outside the box, and Malpe, it was a brilliant team goal, and his finish was brilliant from inside the box to make it 3-0. And our performance, hopefully we can go and recreate that against Man United. And before the international break, Man United, they lost 3-1 to Leicester in the FA Cup quarter-final. But before that, they had a really long unbeaten run. They're unbeaten in 12 in the league. And that just shows they do have the quality. Their players, you know who they are. The Pogbas, the Fernandes, Rashford, all brilliant players. And you need to be on your best games to go and get points against them. And last time we played United, we know what happened. It was 3-2 to them, and we had a lot of chances which we ended up missing. We scored a 90th minute equaliser, but then they had an attack right at the end. Even after the full-time whistle, it turned out there's a handball, and they ended up getting a penalty after full-time, and they scored it. We need to make sure if we do get them chances, we take the chances. And Man United, they're brilliant in transitions. Rashford, Fernandes, Greenwood, Martial, all brilliant attackers who are clinical. They've got the ability to hit teams with pace. Rashford, we saw against us, he ended up scoring a great goal where it was a counter-attack. He got the ball in behind. He ended up going and scored against Ryan to make it 2-1 at the time when we played them earlier on in the season. We need to make sure we're careful against them. We go and be aggressive when we need to, and make sure their players don't have the time on the ball. And especially a player like Fernandes, brilliant creative player, and set pieces as well. We need to make sure we don't concede set pieces near the box. They scored a set piece when we played them earlier on in the season, and they've just been great at them, Fernandes especially, and we have to be confident against them. We've beat Man United twice since we've came up. Hopefully we can replicate that. And how we should go and try and beat them is press them high, press their defensive line, since they do make mistakes, and that's what we need to make sure our press is good enough to go and force for errors, since they are prone to them mistakes. Press them high, and their defence will make the mistakes, which will give huge chances for our attackers, and hopefully they can be clinical in getting a goal. And my formation for this game, I think it should be a 3-4-1-2. And in goal, I think it should be Sanchez. There's no doubt about it. Our best keeper. And he's just been called up for the Spain side in the recent international break. And the back three, it should be Veltman, Dunk and White. How we played against Newcastle, they were brilliant at us going wide when needed. They pressed high when needed, and they were able to retain the ball and go and get the ball up over the pitch to the attackers quickly. And the wing-backs, it should be Moda and Gross. Like versus Newcastle, they're able to invert into the attacking midfielder positions, and that goes and gives us a lot of space when we need to in the attacking third. But also, when they were defending, they weren't bad at defending at all. So that's why I think them two should go and play. And the two defensive midfielders, it should be Bissouma and Lallana, and both of them had a brilliant game against Newcastle. There's no reason to drop them. And in the 10 role, it should be Trossard. And he had a brilliant international break with Belgium, including getting a couple of goals. Hopefully he can continue this brilliant form he's had over the past few weeks and go and get himself a goal. And the front two, Malpe and Welbeck, they were going wide when needed and they were staying central when needed, and they were able to go and press high. Hopefully they can replicate that against Man United. And my score predictions for this game, I think it's going to be a high scoring draw. I think it's going to be 2-2. And for them, I think it will be Fernandes and Rashford. And I think Malpe and Trossard will score. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Brighton TV and follow us on Instagram.